road race, and in the true meaning of the word. That's how Mr. Monaco, the late great Graham Hill, once described this iconic event. The cars we drive have come a long way in the intervening half-century, but still we race on those same public roads beside the Mediterranean. There's no victory more coveted than that of the Monaco Grand Prix. The astonishing Circuit de Monaco is, for all intents and purposes, virtually unchanged since its inaugural race back in 1929. The faster cars of today ensure the 19 corners past the casino and along the seafront remain as thrilling as ever. A 2.1-mile lap here takes us around an entire country, yet never more than inches from the race-ending barriers. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, just ahead of George Russell, who starts this event from P2. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Stroll, Perez, Verstappen, Leclerc, Benjamin, Fernando Alonso, Magnussen, Sainz, Norris, Hülkenberg, Ocon, Gasly, Tsunoda, Oscar Piastri, Albon, Behrman, Bottas, and Zhou Guanyu. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race. And alongside me a man, well, what more can I say? But he's a legend, Anthony Davidson. Now sadly things didn't work out for them last time, it was a bad race. Question is though, can they recover today?
Yes, they can, Crofty. You've got to put it behind you. Whatever happened last time, I was always told as a driver, park it, forget about it. Obviously, feel the pain when it happens, but then you can't dwell on it and carry that through to the next race. So put it behind you and just crack on with this race coming your way now.
With this being a high downforce circuit, we're not going to have quite the same top speed we have at other tracks. The good news is, though, it's going to make our DRS even more effective than normal. So try to make the most of it during the race and quali if you can.
So I lost the audio again for this race. Jumping on into it, starting with the hard tire. Not a great qualifying, but not a terrible one either. Starting in 7th, get this thing started off the line. Not a terrible start here, but moving forward, just trying to stay in the game. A little bit of contact there as well, and the goal is just to fall into place as the beginning of this race. We could try to make up some spots later, even though that's hard to do at Monaco. But yeah, the goal is just to settle down and see what I could do, really. But getting around very slowly here. And it took me some time to get settled in.
That's a decent start. Good job.
I hadn't done bad necessarily in practice or qualifying, but there was definitely pace to be had. That's my best corner right there, being able to go through that bus stop nice and easy. But yeah, just riding around here for now, moving forward. We knew it was going to be a long race of 39 laps. This just kind of kept it chill at first. And right now, following Leclerc, we got DRS now this lap. Just trying to manage the ERS as well. I think by this time, I've now turned it down to a non-deploy, just trying to give myself some more options on when to deploy it, so I have a little bit more to deploy. And yeah, moving forward, we're still getting stacked up in the hairpin and getting more and more comfortable riding behind everybody. Very important to get comfortable. So also, we are the only car starting out here on the hard tire and the top 10, it looks like. So I could play out very interestingly as we move forward in this race. So a little bit of contact there with the wall. but does not appear to have given us any damage, so be something to keep an eye on. I nearly hit the wall again, kind of slowed me up. I'm running low on ERS, but I'm able to stick with the player here so far. So felt like a good corner, looked like a good corner as well, and still downshifting more in some spots than I probably need to, but what we can do. Alonso's pushing me pretty good right now. Haven't really been able to pull away from him. Like Leclerc's been able to put a bit of a gap on me here so far. Alonso's staying pretty tight. We send it down into this little bus stop type corner, really tight through there. You want to catch just the very edges of the corner and have the shortest way around there. So that's where I'm gaining a lot of time, especially when it's in the early stages here. But don't have any more DRS there down the straight. Kind of shoved it down into that corner a bit deep. Messed up my run. Gotta use up a lot of ERS. Keep moving forward. You can tell I'm just off my rhythm here so far this lap. Sent it in a little bit deep there. Not too bad, but a little bit. Making sure we get around the corner well. And up until this point, not been very exciting, so we're going to get ready to switch to some more entertainment. Just getting the first 4 laps in for you. We just coast around here. We're getting a purple sector 2. Really been pushing through there. Been really fast, but moving forward here, going to move to some more entertainment for you. Make it nice and interesting. Here we are, lap 10, and we spun it out going around the corner. We built a gap to Alonso. Really letting those hard tires kick in, and you can see I'm a bit upset with myself. And we got a safety car. I don't think that was for us, but we're going to work with it here, dropping our pace, everything like that. Obviously that helps us catch up to Leclerc, but moving forward to pit stops now. It's a bit of a double stack. We're a little bit slow right off the bat. It's a good stop for sure. Not everyone has pitted. There's some cars that have not. So we are going to come out in what looks to be 12th position here. Maybe 13th, but was 12th. We got into Perez slightly during that pacing. We've got a 10-second penalty from that. Yeah, everybody checked up during the hairpin, and I just barreled into him, so we do have that now. Behrman's got one as well. We've got some wing damage from barreling into Perez as well. I debated on pitting right away to fix it. I decided not to. And we'll see here. I was going to pit if we had another lap in terms of the safety car, but there not being another lap, we're just going to go with it. So cruising along here. Alonso is pretty slow here. He's holding everybody up currently. And there's quite a gap that's formed already. Even the kick solvers are the kick solver of Bottas is pulling away. We got Joe right behind us. With the safety car, a lot of the cars are on hards now versus before they were all on mediums. We've kind of flipped the script once again. So we're on the new mediums. And we're just trying to make him last to the end. I'm not sure how that's going to go.
Okay, mate, it's Perez ahead of you.
But now we've got to try and overtake Perez by lap 20. It's going to be a tall task for sure. Considering that it is Monaco. Try to give it a go. A little puff of smoke there. And nothing there. So that may be a good spot for some overtakes. Just keep cruising. And yeah, still just right on the bumper of Perez. You can see it's partially the wing damage that I've already got, but I'm just really struggling to get on the brakes and everything, get through the corners well. So Perez is pulling away here a little bit. Releasing it. There's a lockup from Behrman. We're right behind Perez. Staying green for now. Kind of go wide there. Messed up our rhythm for sure. We weren't able to perform in those corners as well, but we already caught back up to Albon. Perez and I have really shown that Albon was the slow one of those cars, especially since Behrman was behind him still. So continue to move forward, really trying to push here. We've got a good run, and we go for the dive on Perez. It does work, gets back past, but it does complete the objective for us. So we keep moving, just trying everything that we've got. We do have that 10-second penalty. And the wing damage, unfortunately. Gotta move kind of around the outside of Perez, not able to make it stick, but very close there. Definitely looking to get some new ways to get around Perez here. And moving forward. Yeah, we're just trying to chase down, not really even chase down, just trying to follow in line here. Show you some good racing. We got Joe stacked up right behind us, so it's not just me who's stuck, it's everybody, just because of the nature of Monaco. So getting through the hairpin there. Continue on. May try something again here down into this corner. Don't seem to be nearly as close, but we may still try it. Nope. Oh, we do it the last second. Unsuccessful, like gutsy move there. You can see I'm looking at the hards. I completely smacked the wall there. That's really going to hurt me.
Box for a new one. Box now.
And get a corner cutting warning there. And we're still able to drive up to Perez, so we're going to keep going. I debated as soon as I hit the wall what I was going to do, and really struggling. You can hear how much engine braking I'm putting into it. We just decided to keep going. We're not in a bad position here still. There's still time to make everything up and deal with the penalty and stuff. So just going to keep our head down, keep going, just right in line. There's not like we can really lose spots, and that's worth the risk of a little bit of damage, a little bit of sliding around, and trying to gain a few spots in order to get a better finish here. So way overshot that corner there, really having to slow down through there to catch that corner, which does set me back, and I'm really struggling now with that wing damage. You can tell I'm bouncing off the walls everywhere, really having to be aggressive on the corner cuts, and we send it here, damage the wing. That gives me the instant decision. we're jumping in the pit road.
Okay, you've got front wing damage.
We
This will have
get
a major impact
pretty
on
good
performance
box
unless you
here,
box for a new
but
one.
we do have that 10-second penalty to deal with in the meantime. So going through serving that penalty right away, don't have a choice, and then the wing goes back on, and
Okay, off we go.
not
Back
a
into the
bad
race. Okay, that was a fairly
stop,
decent stop, well within the
but
times
we were a little bit slow on the
expected.
release. Oh well. Keep moving forward here. And see, readjusting, making sure we're locked in
That was our
for
last stop. No more
the rest of the
scheduled pit
race.
stops. Let's go.
But we got a lot of catch up to play, so let's jump into some more excitement here. As we've got a safety car
Okay, slow down.
right
slow
at the
down.
end of
Your
that
delta's
lap, so we hadn't
negative,
even
which
completed
means
that
you're
lap, and
going
we
too
got a safety
fast.
car.
Reduce your
That
pace.
helps me out quite a bit. Bearman was right behind me,
Okay,
and
overtake the
that
safety
gives
car.
me
You
the
may
chance to
overtake
catch
the
up to
safety car.
everyone.
It's waiting to pick
We're
up
going to
the
have a
leader.
softer tire here, and granted, it's still got to go a while, but we're going to try it. So it takes us a bit to get around the safety car here, and going back green, we've caught up to everybody. We're sitting behind Norris, who's not had a great race either, and there are some medium tires ahead of us, so maybe a chance to make it to the end on these tires. We'll have to see, but we get going green here. Not going to say we're green until we cross the line, but we are green, and really sending it down in there. Already a little bit of wing damage again.
Okay, be careful with the front wing. You've taken some minor
I just
damage.
cannot keep the car clean. Really sending it down in, trying to, at this point, we're going to really try to gain some positions. We've got pace, obviously, we're running well up in the front. It's just so hard to pass here, so still stacked up, even with being a little bit behind. Bearman is actually
Use your overtake button
nearly,
more. It's time to
he got
utilise some of
pinned
this
behind
energy.
that
Come on.
safety car and is now nearly a lap down, even to me.
Green flag.
So he's up in front of us here. Really good cornering there. And you can see slow car up ahead is Bearman. Even I'm going to be ready to lap him. And a big check up here pushed me right to the back of Norris. And I was none too happy about that. He had space to go and I absolutely walled him. Did not care. Did not care about the penalty. I knocked him out of the session. Even though he is my favorite driver, we're going to get ourselves turned around here and bring it straight on into the pits. And I mean, why not? We got, it'll put
Okay,
me
we've been informed of an incident which has resulted in lots of
back
loose
on
debris
some
the
medium
track.
tires. I guess I was
Safety car is
misspeaking
being
earlier.
deployed.
We're on the hard tire compared to the medium. Now we're going to be back on the medium tire, as this is now our third pit stop of the race. Get ready for a good release here. And
Okay, mate, that's it. Go,
about
go,
the same
go.
as last
That was a
time.
good turn in
Not
there,
bad,
mate.
but
That's
not
earned us
great.
a decent pit stop time.
And now with that, we get ready to go again, which will definitely keep things interesting. It's our second safety car already, and we just gotta see what we can do here.
Catching the
And
car ahead. Well done, but be aware these tyres
going
need to
back
get to the end of
green,
this race.
Bearman
Okay, keep an eye on
is
that gap
still
ahead, please. 1.7 seconds.
going a lap down because I caught back up
Green flag.
before we went green. And now we get to try to work our way up to the field. We got a purple sector 1. Even though we didn't have DRS either, with just going back green, we got 12 laps to go, and we're looking for opportunities to move our way forward. We should have enough life still in the tires. We're going to send it down into the bus stop. No moves there available, though we are, you can tell, we're stuck behind Albon again, so that's going to make it tricky because we are just so much faster than him. We're looking, nothing there. But we are right on the gearbox of Joe. Keep going here. Behrman's kind of keeping up with us from behind, but he is a lap down. We don't have to worry about him. Great exit there from the corner. We got DRS enabled. A little bit of contact there. We want to send her on the outside, and now we've been tasked with trying to get to 14th in the span of 4 laps. Hulkenberg is 2.5 seconds ahead, and we've got to get around Albon, though Albon himself should not be that hard to go around. We send it down in on the inside and the hairpin, and it looks like it's going to work out for me. I'm able to power on pass. Now Hulkenberg almost 2.9 seconds ahead. We've really got to put our head down, try and get it done. Great corner there. A little bit of contact, no damage though, which is good. And just keep our head down. We gotta go. No, there's not long. I send it into the barrier. Almost overshoot that corner as well. But there's no time to waste. We gotta try to get this objective done. Already down to 2 seconds on him. Continue to absolutely send it. There's nothing to lose at this point. And the fact that there's no points that we can lose. We've already replaced our front wing twice. We've made 3 pit stops. So green, sector 1, and look at that, we've already caught up to him. Down into the hairpin, we are pretty much right on him now. We can at least have a good idea of what he's doing and where we can make up time. So continuing to push here, really going to send it down into the bus stop, make up a lot of time, and we get a 3-second penalty for corner cutting, and that is not going to play well. We can still get up into 14th, but that's really going to put a damper on the rest of the race. We'd have to get 3 seconds ahead of whatever position we're finishing. Ideally the points, but it's going to take a lot of work to be able to do that. We'd have to not only get up into 10th, but get a 3-second lead on 10th to get any sort of points. So we're going to push really hard here, see what we can do. May even try that hairpin move again. We're right there on Hulkenberg, and he's got some traffic up in front of him. We may be able to do it again, and the opportunity presented itself. We're right up on that curb, and we're able to get the objective done, but we are going to even get past Hulkenberg here. So great move there. It's working out to be a great spot for me to go as long as they're stacked up and positioned right. So really sending it down into that corner there, and we're right on the back end of Bottas. Did not take us very long to do that. So pure, yeah, lots of speed in the car, just got pushed back into the pack. Looking and looking, cannot get it done. We've got plenty of battery to use along with DRS. Really sending it down into turn 1, barely keeping 2 tires on the tarmac. Got a little bit loosey-goosey through there, and Bottas is looking slow. I took a look there, could not get it done. We can always set it up for the hairpin, which is seeming to be a great spot to do it. They're all stacked up. We really sent it down in there that time, but all good. We're side by side still, a little bit of contact there, and moving forward, we get the pass done, and now it's on to Tsunoda, who's on the hard tires, 1.2 seconds ahead of us. Really sending it down in there, and just like that, we are right on his gearbox, just as we were with Bottas just a lap before. So really starting to carve our way through the field. looking for opportunities. Here we go up the inside of Sonoda, shift down into neutral and get going again. And we get that pass done as well. So now it's on to Magnussen. We got 2 passes done in the span of a lap that time. And now really charging after Magnussen, trying to catch up before the hairpin, trying to make a move there. But that'd be a lot of time in a short to make up in a short amount of time. So hairpin move is not likely here. Really sending it down in there and really telling him pushing the limits of the car. No hairpin move is available. Made a little bit of contact with the barrier, no damage. And keep moving here. We did catch up a little bit in terms of through that hairpin. We caught up to Magnussen some. Really going to send it down through the bus stop. Yeah, remember I've got a new set of 3 warnings before I get another penalty on here, so really threw caution to the wind. Was really sending around the corners. And we looked to the inside again, make contact, and kind of shoved him up out of the way. And just like that, we were into 11th. So moving forward here, had a little bit of catch up to play. Getting to Piastri, we hit the wall here, which is going to kind of derail the progress that we were making. We're right on Piastri through here, but it's going to be hard to stay with them with the amount of damage we've got. It takes away from not only our cornering, but some of our braking as well. We can't push it into the corners as deep with the lack of downforce. So, see, I'm really trying to push it, but it's just overshooting everything. Magnussen, I believe, is starting to reel us back in. And not close enough to Piastri there. Continue to try to push, but just making this stupid little mistakes that really cost me. We're going to try to send it down into the bus stop really hard again, catch back up, and we pushed it all right to his gearbox. We'll see if we can get a better run through here this time. And you can tell how much I'm having to slow up just to make it work. More damage to the car, not good, and had to really stop on the brakes. There goes Piastri, bye-bye. Can't keep up with him anymore. So moving forward here, more damage as I overshoot the bus stop again. And now it's my goal just to keep it in front of people, see what's the best finishing position I can get. Still overshooting that corner, just struggling with the braking, and also just trying to regain a 3-second gap to these cars behind, because we do have that penalty. But now we are without a front wing, we got nothing. Magnussen goes by, and we've only got 3 laps left, so I just went for it. We're running into all sorts of cars and having to brake super early, getting no front wing at this point, so having to really play it risky. It helps that there's a lot of corners that the front wing doesn't really help you with, like that hairpin. I don't have to really worry about it. The tunnel, I'm definitely hurting on, and we send it straight into the wall.
Wow, that was
wrecked it,
Let me know you're okay.
and the right or the left front tire is broken. We've got terminal damage, and we are just going to retire from this session. You can see I'm just devastated there. Couldn't believe it. We'd gone almost the full length of the race and could not get it done. So there we go, into retirement. And moving into teammate, or going into recap, Verstappen won, by the way. Leclerc is now beating us in the teammate rivalry. Moving forward here, awareness goes down quite a bit there. that's unfortunate. And focus goes way down for sure. I think just between all the different warnings and penalties, as well as having a bad finishing position, definitely hurt us. So the power unit consultant went down, everything else goes up. And moving on to the next race, we're going to be heading off to Canada, where hopefully we should have some upgrades coming in. We'll have to see about that. Again, focusing on some downforce upgrades, but we'll see here. Again, we've got that driver rating rival with Ocon, seeing what we can do there. I think overall I've been doing a pretty good job of getting that rating up, but we'll see here. And over to the R&D, where we're going to take a look at things. I can't see that next upgrade after, and there's not much I can really do in terms of the chassis. Could do some stuff in the engine till I'm debating on it, and I decided to not yet. We're going to save it, maybe. Or I had already reached department capacity, I believe. So going back, we're going to get some of the upgrades in. I do believe we're looking at stuff. See here, looking at what Leclerc's done. We've got a part in each department ready to come in. Moving through some time, maybe. No, we're going to look at it. See, almost everything's going to come in by the time that next race comes in. Leclerc's working on an ultimate upgrade, which I didn't know was a thing, but apparently we got an ultimate tire wear upgrade coming in, which should be really nice. Should help us throughout the rest of the season. And going to advance here, the DRS or the aero upgrade failed. See me instantly jump over, get that back in the works. Going to keep moving through here. Leclerc's durability or reliability upgrade also failed. We're going to put that in the works for him. And the spark plugs also failed. You can see it, absolutely devastated there. No new parts for Canada. We drop in terms of the rankings down into 4th now, but we're still right there, so we'll have to see what we can do there. I've got no resource points anymore. Hopefully we get that ultimate upgrade in terms of tire wear before the race after Canada. But hope you enjoyed today's episode. You have a great rest today, and we'll see you in the next one.